land.
We certainly got that impression, at least at the start of Inferno, before they started to wake up a little bit, that they were not in it mentally quite yet. But we already have NaVi starting off strong. They actually go for a Tech 9 on Edward, so a bit of the Olafmeister there. That's actually a Tech 9 with Kevlar, so somebody dropped that for him. It looks like Zeus bought a smoke after that, dropped that Tech 9 for Edward. Big play there. Love to see that. I mean, Edward is like the one-man army at this point.
He is indeed, especially when he gets an auto sniper in his hands. And they're going to put C's up front there, which makes sense as you don't want the Tech 9 guy getting shot in the head straight away. You want him in the back causing havoc. He has been headshot as well, though. He's down. The Tech 9 is down. 4 versus 3. Bomb plant. And NaVi evening things up here, but it's Flamey versus Kiyoshima now. There's a lot of time on the clock, but Kiyoshima does not have a kit. He's got to find Flamey as well. And Flamey's going to get the headshot. That's going to be a big boost from the crowd as well. And EnVyUs already down a round. Now, question is, are they going to play this the way they played it in the previous round where they just force sport?
Of course. Come on, it's Envy we're talking about here. They're the kings of the anti-eco.
Yeah, I mean, it's reasonable on this round, but if they lose this round, are they going to force buy again and then again after that? Are they going to give NaVi a significant lead on the T side if they don't win this pistol? This force buy.
Yeah, this force buy right here. Yeah, no, that's kind of what we saw in Inferno as well. They went for a big risk. They decided to take it. It had a huge impact on their economy early in the half. So wondering if Happy's going to rein them in. That's definitely a concern here because the Envy, they definitely, I can assure you, or like I feel like from the feel of that, how things went in the pistol, I'm sure that they were thinking we had that in the bag. How the hell did we leave that down to a 1v1, and how the hell did Kiyoshima not manage to pick that up?
Now we can see that NaVi, they only had C's towards the B bomb site. They don't want to play those close ranges on B. He's finally rotated towards A, but you can see NBK and Happy are flanking already, and Smith is going to get the first frag to Envy. This is good for them. We've got Happy heading towards Connector now, and NBK going to T-spawn, so NaVi need to speed things up here. They lost 2 players already. They need to get over to A before this flank comes in and slaughters them.
And this is why Envy are so dangerous on this map with their particular style, is there are so many nooks and crannies that you can hide in up close range with the CZ75 like this. It is brutal. NaVi don't know where to look anymore. They're finally going to be able to run Guardian up onto that A site, taking advantage of Long, and he does manage to pick off Shoxy before Shoxy can rotate mid, but now, does Happy actually find somebody? Does he get the right timing down? He's picked up a Galil to work with, but he has so little HP. He has to be very careful with how he goes about moving towards this site.
Yeah, the black helicopters are closing in on the terrorists, but it's going to be a trade. EnVyUs, NBK versus Guardian of 21 HP. He wants to try and smoke him off so he can enter the site. He doesn't have a kit. There will be no ninja defuse. It's going to be first come, first served here as a CZ versus an AK. Pretty much an even situation. Guardian going to get at the right angle and NBK though. That's an important round for NaVi. Now that here's the question. Are EnVyUs going to force up again? Like we saw them do on Inferno.
I think Happy is pretty much going to be the line of it, right? Apart from that, they're probably just going to go ahead and invest in some P250s. Yeah, nice shot, Vincent. I mean, C's did get jumped by Happy and Connector right there, and that was a pretty close angle as well. So for Happy to pick him off fast, that was big. But Happy's the one who made a lot of money that round, so he's going to be the one going up to the C's head. The rest of them playing pretty tame here on EnVyUs' side.
Yeah, they have no more games to play with. Now they've lost their own pick. Edward getting the Mac 10 into play. Finding the frag this time, and again, he can be the meat shield for the team with the more expensive guns. If he drops that, then it's not the end of the world here. He's going up against CTs with no armor. If they pick up that Mag 10, it's going to be shooting potatoes at the armored NaVi players.
Well, let's see, Flamey already opening up with 2 kills. This is going to severely weaken the defense on that A site, where the rotation has begun here, as we can see. The rest of the Envy members rotating over to this A site. They know that this is where NaVi want to end up. So a very quick rotation coming out here from Envy, not wasting any time at all. And they make the right call. Now they have to find the kills. Edward just spraying relentlessly with the Mac 10 is going to be able to close this angle. Shoxy not able to get the job done. That's a second kill there for Edward, who lives with 2 HP. And now the question is, can Happy actually find a frag? And it's not meant to be. A perfect anti-eco round coming in for NaVi.
Right, so that's a solid 3-0. But here comes the buy round. Happy picking up the AWP. Wonder if we're going to see him playing what's commonly known now as Monster towards the B site, similarly indicating that's where he's going to be. Happy going there naked. He's got no Kevlar. Nothing covering the crown jewels, so we'll have to see how long he can last. No AWP on NaVi.
Exactly. Guardian not going to go ahead and upgrade it. So perhaps waiting until the next round. If he gets picked off, then he'll go ahead and jump up to it.
Well, Edward had the Mac 10. So he had to buy the AK, yeah, but I guess at this point maybe it's not necessary. Have to see.
Maybe also that NaVi are intent on just trying to go for fast executes, not really relying on Guardian to open things up for them. I mean, we do see them on Overpass really heavily rely on Guardian to find an entry frag. He'll usually be scoped up behind the first line, just looking to see if anybody's going to peek out on EnVy's side.
Speaking of peeking out, Happy is holding an angle where he's going to peek out from time to time towards the door areas. Uses past the door twice, hasn't seen anything. Happy emerges, doesn't get the shot though. That's going to be some information, and I think Happy may go for an instant rotation of that orb.
At least he's buying some time right now. This is certainly going to slow things down for NaVi, but it doesn't seem like he's completely given up on this B site. NaVi, in the meantime, however, they found out where the AWP was, and they realized we don't want to have anything to do with it. We're going to head over to the A site and start taking over here. And the nades are so low right now on EnVy's side. They have 2 flashes, 3 flashes total, but only a couple of them on the upper site, and Zeus is going to catch Shoxy lurking in restroom. That's a big kill there. NaVi are going to be able to speed up behind this, and Smiths had to, at all costs, pick up that frag, and he fails to do so.
This is not looking good for EnVy so far. They seem likely to drop even more rounds on the CT side to the less favored side here for NaVi. NaVi looking stronger and stronger on this map, and you have to start getting worried if you are a fan of the French right now. 2 versus 4 here. Happy with no armor. Let's remember that if there are, fortunately for him, no nades but a Molotov, he will find a frag onto Flamey, but he needs to find a few more. No kit onto these players either. Looks like Happy may be rotating away from the site. 2 versus 3, no kit, no armor, not really an ideal situation. NBK going to try and stop a rotation towards Happy's position, but he will make his exit soon after as well.
NBK going to get out of dodge. They need to hold on to the guns, and Happy's going to go running right into Zeus. Gets the flick, though, and stays alive. So important that he does so. Now they actually have some rifles to work with in the next round here, Envy. They may be able to force up behind it. Would be surprised if they didn't. So we could see, CZ armor, something along those lines. There is also Kyoshima. He's got the option to go for Moss armor. So, I mean, we'll see. NaVi deciding to slow down the pace, though, or go for a pause. Wondering what's happening there.
Guardian can't get his karaoke on as somebody has some microphone problems. So they're just going to try and fix that while we have this pause. Flamey currently on 6 kills, being matched by Happy on 6 as well.
And they're looking real morose over on EnVy's side right now. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean,
they know.
They know that they're caught in a vice pretty much.
They know that NaVi like to eat their beef raw. And they are on the plate right now. 4 rounds to 0 here in favor of NaVi. No kills yet for Shoxy. And you got to have him down as a star player here. I mean, it's still early days, but that's not going to do anything for his confidence, especially after the previous match.
And he is a confidence player. That is something that we have to mention. He thrives off of the frags. If he gets a good start, then he's capable of anything.
Yeah, and you can see the worry written all over his face as well when things don't go their way.
Well, they do elect not to go for a full buy here, Envy. They even out their money. Shoxy going for Kevlar CZ. CZ in a 5-7 picked up as well, so they don't fully commit to taking the big risk. So I do like to see that actually coming out from Envy. I thought that, given how things have gone, that they would take the risk and just go for it, right, and try and stop NaVi cold.
Yeah, so NBK's, his money's down to 1,700, but they're ranging between 1,800, 1,700 and 2,500, so not terribly far away from each other. So Shoxy's managed to pick up an AK as well. He is carrying armor to boot.
It looks like Happy's able to pick off Guardian, holding it long. Flamey's going to follow up behind this, though, and he may be able to catch Happy off guard. This could be a big kill here for Flamey. He catches him out, and that's an excellent strike there. Managing to pick off Shoxy as well. I believe that was Zeus lurking, or no, rather Edward in Connector. Seized is going to find Kyoshima, who was lurking around restroom, and now things are starting to fall apart here for Envy. It's a 2-on-3. They still have the rifle on NBK, who's rotating hard over towards the A site, but Smiths has only got a CZ here.
Right, so 35 seconds on the clock for NaVi. They need to get one of these players down, and indeed that's exactly what they're going to do. Only NBK stands. He takes down Seas. The bomb is on the floor. They're going to find him face first against those cold bullets from Flamey, and that is yet another round in the bag here for NaVi. We're going to see the buy from EnVyUs, but if this one doesn't go their way, then you have to start getting worried here if you're a fan of the French.
Oh, I think so. I think that's going to be incredibly difficult to come back from. It's Inferno all over again. And I mean, this is still a solid T-side team, but the CT side is where they shine. Envy are supposed to be this brick wall that you just keep slamming your face into, and you hope that eventually it'll crack. The wall, not your face. So, I mean, if NaVi get off to 6 rounds at the beginning of their T side, it's all going to be gravy from there on out. And NBK walks right into the waiting arms of Seized, who is holding in sewer. I mean, nothing is going Envy's way right now.
NBK's body just sliding in a pool of muck and
urine,
similar. It's disgusting. He's going to have to wash all those clothes.
Is that a sign? Should we look at this?
Well, still early days in round 6. 1 man down, but by no means is the round lost. But you have to wonder if the morale is lost already for EnVyUs, or if they can get their heads back into the game here and find these frags. Shoxy's only got one frag on the board so far. He is carrying the only defuse kit for EnVyUs as well. If it goes that far, we'll have to bear in mind his position, should he not survive.
But they have doubled up the defense now. It's a bit of a catch-all strategy coming out from Envy. 2 guys on A, 2 guys on B, hoping that they're going to be able to catch somebody out. Guardian checking that angle, and he's not going to look close. Smith gets taken out by Flamey, who is basically watching Guardian's back. A good pop flash there, but Kiyoshima doesn't peek behind it, and he's going to get slammed down by Guardian, offers himself up. They aren't working together as a team right now, Envy. They're just peeking out one at a time and just getting picked off at will. NaVi, they might as well just wrap a bow on this, the Frenchman, and just hand it over.
Can they stop the bomb plant? That box is wall bangable, but there are so many people to catch here. Not going to happen. Zeus going to take down Season a team kill. 2 versus 1. Semler.
There's that wall bang you were talking about.
EnVyUs. They're eating yesterday's bread. The bread is stale, looking a bit damp. I see some blue and purple parts as well. It's not looking good at all.
You can tell watching there on the camera the reactions. I mean, there are none of them. They all just look so focused. I mean, focused and despondent. I mean, they just don't look like they've got their will in the game right now, Envy. Whereas NaVi, they're keeping their cool. I mean, the crowd is certainly behind NaVi here. They are riveted.
If EnVyUs were to lose this 2-0, they will be in the losers bracket, so they won't be out of the tournament altogether. So at least there's that. But they won't be looking past this map. They will be looking for victory here, but it's getting harder and harder as NaVi extend their lead and EnVyUs stare at a big fat 0.
You can even, I mean, there's also storylines here as well as far as, you know, Katowice in the qualifier and the quarterfinals rather. Envy are the team that knocked NaVi out. You could say that, you know, Flamey is having that impact for the team as well. You know, now NaVi are really putting it to Envy, and it was after a roster change. You know, Flamey coming in, is he having the impact? There's a lot of ways to look at this, but, you know, right now, Flamey takes out Smiths. Smiths just having no impact right now on the map.
Flamey is actually 11-2. He is top fragging and almost has double the kills of anybody else on his team, let alone the other side. Happy to stand that player with all of 7 kills. Shoxy next highest now with 3, but he's not going to get the frag onto Edward, and it's only Happy remaining. He will take down Flamey, but the trade comes in immediately. 7-0 here for NaVi. The crowd on their side. Nobody cheering for Envy. And still they have a 0 hanging over their heads. That 0 means they've achieved nothing in this map so far.
Well, they've certainly achieved something, which is like a, what is it, a shameful performance? I mean, right now, this is just brutal.
It's like the Razzies, I guess. CZ's back out with the Deagle on Kiyoshima. And we have an aggressive push down A long here from Kiyoshima and EnVyUs, but the frags continue to go the way of NaVi. And Smiths and Kiyoshima will find themselves miles away from Happy as he falls to Zeus. Guardian going to pick up Smiths from range. You can see the bomb is in a passive position. And he is going to go looking for the last player, Kiyoshima. He will fall to the AWP of Guardian as well. So this is currently looking like a whitewash in the first half. 8-0. And I don't see this coming back to 8-7.
I strongly doubt it as well. I mean, here may be the answer for Envy. This is what that eco led to, a double op setup. So Smiths is now going to be able to have that AWP to try and control long a bit better, maybe take that duel versus Guardian. And Happy, I'm sure, is going to be able to take that over to B. I mean, we've seen him do magical things with the sniper rifle over there in the past. And is he going to be able to deliver here? As we can see, Smiths has set up to cover mid, and there's Happy with the boost into Soar. He's going to be able to catch out Seized, and that's a free frag right there. More like that for Envy to be able to get their confidence back in this game.
I don't know the last time they got the first frag in a round, so at least there's going to be a little bit of a mental boost for the French side. Okay, Shoxy rotating to upstairs. Smith's hanging around the toilets like George Michael at the moment. See if he finds anyone to play with. Zeus falls to Happy as well. The AWP doing good work so far. Guardian, Edward, Flamey remain. This could be the first round. This should be the first round here for EnVyUs. There's a lot of money though on the NaVi side. They will not be ecoing for a while should they lose this round.
By the time they would need to eco, they'll have lost so many rounds that they'll just be able to force anyway. So Happy picks up his 3rd kill. It seems like, once again, this is the tale of Envy. Whenever Envy seem to struggle, it's Happy who ends up coming back into the fore of things and actually picking up the frags for the team. So here it is. 3 kills go his way, and NaVi no closer to getting onto a bomb site.
Yeah, the fearless leader of the French side leading the way, showing them how it's done. Hopefully this will be something to energize his comrades and get their heads in the game, get the focus on.
Oh, this is looking like a save round now for NaVi. They aren't even going to give away this gear. They're just going to wait and see if they can cost Shoxy, exactly, cost more money for the CT side. Edward lying in wait catches Shoxy looking the wrong way. Kiyoshima going to be under pressure, but Smith steps in with the AWP to save his mate. And now it's down to Flamey, who's just holding back in T-spawn. So no way that Envy are going to find him. He should be able to hold on to that AK and smoke. It's a very, it's very sentimental smoke. His mom gave it to him. He wants to make sure he doesn't lose it. Man, where do you come back into this if you are Envy right now? It's like the long road ahead. 6 rounds in a row is what you need to even have a shot in the second half.
Yeah, this is brutal. Even following the victory of that round, just replenishing the grenades, their money ranges from $950 to just shy of $3,000. So they need to continue to win rounds, but they need to win rounds with 3+ players surviving. Otherwise, they will find themselves heading over to that jumbo sale once again. 8-1 in favor of NaVi.
And so far, this was a very good setup. There you go. Seized actually gets the wallbang onto Happy. That's what I'm talking about right there. Seized was lying in wait. He wasn't going to let Happy get the drop on him again. He was making sure that he was watching the wallbang spot. If Happy so much as flinched on the other side of that wood, Seized was going to nail him, and he did just that. So entry frag goes NaVi's way. They do manage to even it out by picking off Zeus in the meantime. So they bring it back to a 4-on-4 situation. But this still favors NaVi. Although Envy have been able to push up mid and get a lot of information. The only thing is they're so far away from being able to rotate into that B site.
Yeah, Seized has smoked off the balcony position for the CTs, and that forced Shoxy and Smith to rotate back towards A in case the rotation was required. NBK trying to hold things down with Yop. Finds one frag. Guardian going to get revenge and take his head off. 3 versus 3 now as the CTs try to stop this bomb from going down, but it's not going to happen. Seized taking down Kiyoshima in the connector area. Smith's going to find Guardian now. 2 versus 2. Bomb is on the floor, in fact. So no plant just yet. 30 seconds left on the clock for NaVi.
There's still time for this. There's still 25 seconds left on this clock. They can wait a little bit, try and force Envy's hand, get them a little antsy, but Smith is going to catch out Seized, and Shoxy's going to take out Edward. The second round will happen for Envy, and will Shoxy be able to make it in time to pick up the AWP that Happy dropped? That's not going to be the case. They will not be able to buy it up again, although Happy does have 5,500, so he may decide to go up for the AWP, and he will. Okay, no hesitation there on his side.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. EnVyUs continue with the double AWPs at the cost of Happy's entire purse. They have... NaVi have 4 times the rounds of EnVyUs on the less favored side of this map. And if they take this map, then that is a wrap. Kiyoshima, though, going to get the entry for EnVyUs. It seems that EnVyUs has finally woken up in this match. Looks like they're going to string their 3rd round in a row together, as Guardian is all that remains after only a few seconds of this round.
Yeah, that was very quick, right? Just peak after peak after peak, everything going Envy's way, and now it's Guardian left alone to see if he can't get something done here on his own, all by his lonesome in a cold, cruel world.
EnVyUs saying, respectez-moi, s'il vous plaît.
And Guardian, il dit non.
Right, so what is Guardian, what is he trying to do here? Is he just going for economical damage? Because it's going to be difficult for him to try and save on a map such as this. So, well, this is fun.
He's toying with him.
That was just a sheer
cold-hearted
execution.
Cold-hearted Guardian. All right, man, the beast. And now Smith is going to be wrapping around onto long. He spots him, but Smith, he's going to get cheeky a little bit. There's the pop flash out. And he's not even going to take the fight. They're going to let him just dry up on the vine right there.
Misses that shot. That was a great chance to do even more damage to EnVyUs in the death throws of the first half. What a snap there. Finally gets a frag, does Guardian. Gets a tag onto NBK. Can he finish him off, though, in the dying seconds? 1 second left. Misses another shot. And finally, Kiyoshima will save the bacon. Now, the French side.
Talk about the chutzpah that it takes to say, there's 6 seconds left. We've got one of the best operas in the world in front of us. Let's wait it out so that he doesn't get any bonus money at the end of the round. You see the dance moves, the fancy feet there on NBK?
I like it. Guardian left with nothing but a Tech 9, as is Zeus. On the other side, we have triple AWPs now from EnVyUs. We've seen them do 4 scouts in the past, so they will stop at nothing. Again, it is the Mad Max team after all. Happy missing the shot. NBK tagged to 55 HP. Got mollies coming in, try to slow down the pace of this round. See the CTs jumping to try and get information. You can boost over those walls to get frags, as we've seen from Happy. You can wall bang those wooden parts as well. We'll see if they try to do it.
It's just wall banging actually all back and forth, but NBK is the one to lose out on this exchange. He gets dropped down to 55 HP, and they've gone for a triple AWP play on Envy as well. We got to point this out. Guardian, not every day we see this.
Guardian got tagged through the barrel from Happy, down to 8 HP, but still survives. 1 minute on the clock, and there's no one dead from either side here. We may see NaVi go for a set play, but trades coming in here. One down for both sides. We've got quick shots coming in all over the place with these AWPs, but they're just not finding the target. Another shot missed as we have people jumping over Monster. The bomb is down now, thanks to Flamey. And that's going to be hard for NaVi to retrieve.
This turned out into an all-out brawl. They're just swinging at each other right now. They can't even focus their eyes, but they're still in this fight. Edward is here to get another shot. He gets dropped low, and Zeus is lurking, and he's going to pick up Smith, who is rotating through connector. NBK is now the last man alive, but with 20 seconds left, do they actually have time to get through to the A site? Edward is going to leg it, and he should be able to make it in time, but they're going for the mind games. They're one step ahead. NBK is just hauling for the wrong site right now. Edward is going to sneak his way back through, and now they have confirmation. They know exactly where NBK is.
NBK, though, has swapped to Norp 4 and M4. Look at the health on the NaVi players. Edward 23, Guardian on 8. This is entirely doable for NBK. Only got 55 HP himself, but really he just needs to drop a feather on the shoulder of these players and he will take them down. Guardian has fallen. It's a 1v1 now. He has no idea where Edward is. He could be to his right in the CT area. He could be in Monster. He could be on shorts. He could be behind the pillar. And he doesn't have the time to eliminate these players, but his reticle is in roughly the right place. He's not going to peek. The sheer gonads on the man. Goes straight for the defuse. No nonsense. No messing around.
What is the saying, Bardolph?
I have no idea.
Come on, you know. Pro players don't fake. Get with the program, man. Come on.
I have different sayings, similar.
What is your saying?
For that, I have no idea. I don't have one for that.
That is it, man. That is it. And
I'll get back to you.
I love to see that Smiths is actually going for the Scar 20 as well. This is where Envy start to get going a bit. You can be sure that NBK probably rip headphones, for his teammates after that play right there. But man, what a play there. That's actually the best case scenario for Envy, because this could actually wake the team up, and we could potentially see them pick up the remaining 3 rounds.
Similar, Seized is running around with an auto shotgun.
No. He was going full casual right there. He was actually standing behind Guardian, waiting for Guardian to die so he could pick up his AWP, only to die to Happy in turn.
What is going on?
Is this real life?
Now it's Shoxy's turn to lurk in the bogs. And they're smoking there, which is never a good sign in a toilet. 1-man advantage here for Envy with a minute on the clock. And Shoxy in a strong position to go for the flank here. Kishima has spotted as well. Let's see if Shoxy goes for the punish.
Shoxy has not had any luck in the restroom so far this game, but Smith with the Scar 20 is going to connect with Zeus. Now they're going to be able to start closing in here. Shoxy should have them boxed in at long. Kiyoshima is going to get flashed out, takes that peek, spots out one, spots both, and now they know the game is up, and Kiyoshima doesn't need help from his teammates. He's going to get it done solo. Very nicely done there, and another round on the board here for Envy. Can the streak continue, James? What do you think?
I'm pretty sure I said we probably weren't going to see an H7. And it's currently 8-5, so who knows? EnVyUs have their head in the game, and look how sharp they become once they start to focus. I do wonder what would happen, though, if Edward managed to get his hands on that auto sniper. He is a bit of a one-man meat grinder with that thing. But for now, it is in the hand of Smiths. Smiths is playing the upper side, A at the moment, keeping an eye on long with the auto. Meanwhile, Happy is playing the B bomb site, looking at short with the AWP, and rotating between there and Monster.
Single nade to come out, however, towards that B side, so this might prompt some kind of peek on the A site to get some information here. Smiths decides to start poking around at long, looking towards mid. They need to figure out exactly where NaVi are coming from. And NaVi are playing this so carefully as well. Guardian gets boosted up. That timing, the way it works out, Smith is going to be able to pick up Zeus, but Guardian is too quick for him. Kiyoshima instead is going to be able to pick in and actually take out mid. They get control, and the rotation is going to come in now from EnVyUs.
Yeah, Kishima's in a strong position to try and kill off any bomb plants that come in, but he's going to get his head ripped off straight away by Edward. Trades coming in from Happy, smokes, molotovs all over the place. EnVyUs are not winning these duels.
Wow.
NBK with a spray down. They're going to line up for him. Flamey in the head. Guardian through Flamey, and he saves the day for EnVyUs and puts them 6-8. 2 rounds between these two players. 1 round more to fight for in this first half.
Yeah, and basically, if NBK doesn't do that, he probably they unplug his mouse and they throw him out, because for them to just run in one at a time like that and bait each other, unacceptable if they didn't pick that round up. And even then, it's close.
So final round, Zeus has just a Tech 9 to play with for the time being. No AWP on Guardian this time. Money is not as flush as it was in the earlier stages of this half. And we have a charge seemingly straight towards the A site. And it seems they've got safe passage. They've parted the Red Sea, Semler.
Total change of pace, and it certainly is catching EnVyUs off guard. Edward is going to catch out NBK, who tried to rotate in. Smiths, however, is going to get the drop on one, but he instantly gets removed from the map. And this is now going to be a 2-on-2 after a bloodbath on the A site.
There's a rotation coming in from NaVi, well, at least from Edward. He's trying to clear the path to B, while Flamey still hangs around, but he's lost the bomb. He left the bomb with Flamey, and he has fallen, so now it's down to Edward to try and retrieve it. He has the potential, though, to go for a flank on these players. And with the bomb, if EnVy have seen the bomb in that area, they may not realize that Edward could be behind them so soon.
Oh, with 40 seconds left, he's got all the time in the world to play this out. He has all the time, but NBK, or Happy rather, is actually worried about that CT push. There it is, Edward looking for the pre-fire, but he doesn't get the spray onto the second man. And Kirishima will be able to keep his cool and land the kill in the end. It happened. They came back into it. EnVyUs 7 rounds, NaVi 8. And that's actually like a perfect streak for NaVi, a perfect streak for Envy.
EnVyUs, they're in Rocky Balboa mode, just getting slaughtered in the corner by Ivan Drago. But somehow, they just can't get knocked out, Semler. They're back in this. And they've taken just shy of half the rounds.
But can they do it on the T side? That's what we have to find out here. It's going to be Inferno all over again, where they gave away far too many rounds in the first half. The struggle that they're about to go through here, if they want to pick up this map and keep this series alive, it's titanic.
NaVi were strong against TSM on NaVi CT side, but this is not TSM. This is EnVyUs, and they've finally showed up to the party now, and they've put all the alcohol down. They're focused, and they're ready to get their head back in the game, retain their reputation for being one of the strongest teams in the world. But the first headshot's going to go towards C's as they try to rush a site. Trades coming in now, 4 versus 3 for the CTs. 3 players of armor for NaVi as they hold this down. Safety in numbers at the moment. Happy is the only person to try and save this pistol for NaVi. Sorry, for Team EnVyUs. It's not impossible. All he needs is a shot to the face, just a one-tap on each player, but he's not going to get on any of them. Seized with an assist from Flamey will get the pistol round for NaVi. And now, we know the inevitable, Semler. It's a Tech-9 party.
No wasted time.
Indeed. Tech-9 party with a cameo appearance from Happy in the CZ.
For a second there, I actually thought that you were saying, like, Happy he's going to save this pistol in the Kevlar. I was like, this doesn't make sense. I'm doomed. I'm doomed. Okay. But that, again, was just kind of EnVyUs just running into that site, not really being able to follow up. It was a series of duels, and NaVi were able to just close down, clamp down on that site, and pick them off one after another. Oh. There's the running headshot coming in from Shoxy, however, as C's rounds the corner right into the bullet, and now Guardian is trying to hold this very precarious position between long and mid, and he's going to get overwhelmed, but the remaining 2 members are there for NaVi, and they're just going to slaughter EnVyUs.
Shoxy's picked up an M4, and he is going to finish off Edward. They don't know if the site's safe to plant in. Zeus, not really got lightning, more of a UMP, but it should be enough if he gets close enough. And there it is. The bomb is down. They know where the last player is. It's 2 versus 1. Happy's going to win the duel, though, but he's only got 19 HP versus Flamey. He's fully stocked on health. He's got a helmet as well. He needs all of 1 bullet on Happy here, as long as he doesn't shoot him in the toe. But it's not going to be enough. Happy's going to shoot him in the head and follow up with a second bullet. Somehow, through the tiniest crack, he made that happen. Happy, the clutch master for his team, leading the charge, flying the EnVyUs flag. I don't know what just happened, Semler.
I was writing it off. I was like, Flamey is going to spot him. Flamey's getting impatient as well. He started to peek these angles. At some point, he has to spot Happy. It doesn't even look like Flamey reacted. He just had no idea where he was getting shot from. And somehow, I mean, Happy right now is also sitting at 19 frags, leading his team by a fair margin, just as far as the frags are concerned as well.
He's almost got double the next person.
This is almost like according to plan for Envy. Whenever they struggle, it seems to be Happy who steps in and takes things in hand. Shoxy's going to be able to take Guardian out, and he goes for Flamey as well in the connector, so 2 big kills there for Envy.
All of a sudden, NaVi cannot kill anything. They've gone for the force buy. You saw Zeus with the FAMAS there, went for the spray, got nothing but lead in his face. No one down for EnVyUs. We've got a few people heavily tagged, but we have a 2-man committal from NaVi to the A site. The bomb is just around the corner, but it may be heading towards B, as Happy is on a fact-finding expedition. NBK takes down C, so now it's Edward versus 5, and he will fall as well. No damage done to EnVyUs. NBK surviving with 1 HP, but that will be a lot of money saved for him. So it's 9-9. NaVi not getting the success so far that they did versus TSM on their CT side.
No, certainly not. They are struggling here, and they are going to just slightly upgrade their pistols. This is going to be a full round of eco, so EnVyUs have got a great opportunity now to just build quite a bit of bank. They're going to be looking to do that, and I'm curious to see what plan they go for. Happy, of course, splits off from the pack. He is the lone wolf. He goes off to do his own thing and take over sewers, whereas the rest of his team start laying the groundwork, taking over connector, long, mid, just spread out everywhere, whereas NaVi have just gone for the straight gamble. Full stack on the B site, and they realize that Happy's alone. C's just pushing all the way into T-spawn, and he doesn't see anybody else.
Yeah, well, I think they've realized what's going on now. But it was great play from Happy there. As soon as he saw somebody on the A site, he flipped around, went for a nade just in case the flank was there. And the flank is there. Flamey emerging through, but C's gets a frag onto NBK before Flamey can try and claim it for himself. 4 versus 3. Envy in control of the A site. They've got smokes in place as well. It's going to be hard for Zeus to try and get an angle here as he has to jump up on the electricity box. Got a long rotation here from the remaining CT players. They've got 2 rifles, no armor, no kit, so you have to wonder if Guardian and C's will either play for exits or just get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, that's what we're wondering exactly. And it seems like they may be electing. I mean, they are electing to go for the save. Look, C's all the way back. Guardian as well. The 2 rifles, and then the pistols are the ones that are up close and personal. Zeus is going to push into that site and get picked off by Shoxy, so no surprise there. Shoxy not going to go up with that bomb. He just gets far enough away. Flamey is going to be taking the fight as well, trying to draw attention to himself, and he will get caught. So a bonus $300 in Smith's pocket. He won't be too displeased with that. Leads to an off buy on Happy, but none picked up on Smith. So maintaining the money on Envy's side, whereas now we finally get that buy round coming in for NaVi and the AWP on Guardian. Now we get to see if Guardian is going to be able to do the damage.
It was good positioning by Flamey as well. Basically, he only had the pistol, but he put himself in a spotting position, so should he have an engagement that didn't go his way, his teammate can try and make an escape with that rifle. So good play, good team play by him. Try and keep those guns a little bit safer, and they will continue into this round. So Guardian is on the big green gun, but it's going to be C's and Happy to get the first frags of this round. Guardian looking towards Birthday Party at the moment. Shoxy taking down C's, which will force Guardian to go back to the A site to try and hold this defense down in a number of different directions.
Yeah, and so far I'm liking the trades coming in here from EnVyUs. Shoxy in particular backing up his mate, able to get the return frag. That is key for Envy to make this T side work. They need to maintain at least even numbers as far as the teammates alive are concerned. But Smiths and Happy, Smiths has got the AWP now. Instead, it's just Guardian attempting wall bangs through on the wood.
Edward has a flank through upper at the moment, which is going to allow the remaining 2 players to stay on B for the time being. He's got the information for his team, and he could try and rescue them. He could be the cavalry that comes in time. Guardian, though, going to stop Shoxy and slow things down here. Flamey going to be taken down by Happy. Guardian with another frag. Edward in position now to assist his teammate in a 2 versus 1. Smith still holding the bomb. He will fall.
That is, once again, Envy. They commit to the site, and then they bog down. They get bogged down. They waste their time taking these duels. Guardian able to get that pick. That shouldn't happen. They need to be able to speed up and just go for it. Commit to taking that site. Wonder if there was just a small grain of fear there that was holding EnVyUs back.
If Guardian's alive, I'm going to be scared.
Yeah, I think you can ask anybody alive, and they would have the same answer. I mean, he is just making his presence known and then being able to slow them down. This time around, however, early flash there from EnVyUs to deny him the early peek. So Guardian, he has to fall back from mid, but he decides to hang around and hold the angle. And look at this. He's going to be able to catch them coming out of connector, and he just goes jumping straight into Shoxy. Good return there by Shoxy, and Shoxy could potentially catch Seized as well, and he does. Catches him reloading.
That was a massive play from Shoxy. Once again, though, we have another flank from Edward. Can he save his team? I think it's going to be a bit harder this time. It's going to be a 4 versus 2. He sees one player giving his teammates the info, tries to pick up a gun, but at the wrong time gets peeked by Smith, goes down. 4 versus 1. And this round has been all down to Shoxy. You saw there was a fast surge. Just see how this ends, actually. We'll go back to that in a minute. Flamey going to take down the guy who got Envy so far in this round. Look at all the nades coming in, Happy coming in to finish him off. So what happened there was, in the upper site, we had a fast push from NaVi, had flashes coming in, trying to get a fast pick. Didn't get anything, so they went back. It's a common strategy you see early on from the CTs, but Shoxy, he heard running. He jumped behind the flower pots before Birthday Party. He saw 2 CTs running away with no one spotting, so he charged through a smoke in a toilet area with his knife out. And then Guardian jumped into toilet area, but he was just in the air, just minding his own business. Got annihilated by Shoxy. He pushed, took down the second player as well, and that just opened the round wide for Envy to capitalize.
But I love that the fact that he's just like full YOLO at that point and decides to push up onto the site, onto A side as well, and just completely catch them out. So Shoxy, that was his round right there.
Yeah, excellent initiative by him. And he forces NaVi on to a very difficult position indeed, as EnVyUs head to a 12th round. But it is 4-4. Kirishima evening things up after Happy was the first to go down.
And early frags, but this is going to be it. Edward still has that AK to work with. However, he is the one that actually is invested in some Kevlar helmet as well. But EnVy have sussed out what Natus Vincere are up to at this point, and they are heading over to that B site. So they should be able to get a plant fairly safely here. Everybody stacked up on the A site for NaVi. And EnVy are going to realize this in just a moment's time as they begin to clear out this site. So they're going to be able to get into decent positions here to hold this plant position as well. Edward should be running about as far away as possible to hold on to the AK. But the remaining members here, they are doing some damage. Zeus finds Kirishima.
And again, Edwards picks up an AK, so we can expect he'll probably try to save this if his team don't get another fast frag. Indeed, he is starting to back off. Guardian's gone down. Flamey only has 22 HP in a CZ. He's going to rotate his position from his last known spot. Either save or try and pick up something even better should they come hunting. Come hunting they will. He will hear NBK coming. He's got a good position for a one-tap with the CZ. NBK, though, coming around the corner in the right style, will find a frag onto Flamey. And Edward will try to survive these dying seconds, and indeed he will carry that AK into the next round. So EnVyUs have a 2-round advantage on NaVi now. NaVi coming out with another bye. Let's have a look at the round loss here. If NaVi were to lose this round, they would get their 3rd round lost bonus, so at least there's that. But they're definitely going to want to bring the W here. Yeah,
and they've definitely sunk everything into this round, so they'll get the lost bonus, but they're going to be ecoing again, probably just forcing up for pistols. The thing is, on Inferno, in this scenario, NaVi, they were able to carry through and actually win, hands down. EnVyUs threw themselves in when NaVi should have, by all accounts, lost because they had no nades to hold the sites. And there we go. Once again, Flamey starting the party, taking out Happy, who was lurking over on that B site. This is going to rattle EnVy. Could it be history repeating itself? Can NaVi actually come through and land all those shots when they need to? There's another one. Sees takes out NBK.
They haven't seen the bomb, though. The bomb is creeping through long towards the A site. And we have the flank again from NaVi. So much aggression from them, trying to concentrate their forces towards the right bomb site. That bomb site's going to be the A bomb site, but Shoxy is the one who's going to get the first frag onto Edward. Go to the back of site. He's pop flashing through to the rotation area. Bomb has been planted as well. 3 versus 3, but this is not going to be easy for NaVi. It's all going to be, well, C's. He's going to have a very important position indeed, but he may have revealed himself with that flash.
He has no idea. Yeah, there you go. Smith gets caught out in the open, and now things start to crumble here. Shoxy's the only man alive on the site itself, and he's got 9 HP to work with. He is pinned down, and Kirishima has been picked off as well. About as good as it gets, and all off the back of a flank coming in from Seized. 3 kills that round for Seized, making all of the difference for NaVi. And now EnVyUs are going to be the ones who are struggling in this round. They have to be, well, they're going to be tapping into that bank. Luckily for them, they have 2 members who are still sitting up around 8 grand, so they're going to be able to drop a few rifles for their teammates, make sure that everybody's well equipped. But they're starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel themselves as well, EnVy.
Yeah, Guardian picking up the AWP once again. But money is tight for both sides. So this will be a crunch round as we head over to the clutch part of the map. Guardian boosting up there. So if he does find an engagement, hopefully he'll get tagged in the leg if he gets tagged at all. So Pop Flash is coming in, but C's very well positioned indeed to avoid that. Has support from Guardian as well. All he has to do now is hide. Guardian is throwing the Pop Flash, but it's not going to come fast enough as Smith is going to shoot him through the tree.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Robin Hood with an AWP.
You can't do that with an M4, but with the AWP, so I was wondering if that AWP was actually over there, because he's vulnerable if he's standing behind that tree and a sniper rifle's looking at him.
Tags onto the shoulder, but he needs to find a kill on a player as dangerous as Shoxy. Molly coming in from Smith to force Guardian's position away, and Shoxy's going to get the angle on him to punish him for not killing him earlier on. So great start here for EnVyUs. 1-man advantage as they start to push the site. Edward is just waiting for a cross. That nade going to even things up and get revenge for Guardian. Flamey still on the B bomb site though, as the push is coming into A, but they haven't seen the bomb just yet. They will have seen it now, but is the rotation going to come too late? 2 versus 1. Flamey needs to clutch. We know he's more than capable, but can he do it on this occasion? They are at a 1-round disadvantage. Bomb is being planted on Optimus Prime. Going to smoke off as well, but that does actually give Flamey an opportunity for a 1v1 situation.
Exactly right, and he spots out the remaining man as well. So there you go, some initial damage dealt. He does have a kit, but he's down to 1 HP. He steps out, gets the headshot onto Happy. It's now down to Smith, and does he realize? He goes to the pistol. Does he realize just how low it is? Happy! And Smiths lose it in the end, and Flamey, just the hero for NaVi this tournament.
He survives with 1 HP, and you have to wonder if that smoke ruined EnVyUs because it stopped their trade frag situation. It killed their own crossfire.
I don't even. And now, well, do they go for the force? I think they do. They have enough money. So Envy, this means 12-12 the situation. I mean, that smoke, yes, but I'm wondering, why did they peek initially? Yeah, why did Happy get caught out? Why did he could have just been hiding behind that van waiting?
Yeah, if he could hold an angle onto the other side of the truck,
exactly,
assuming that there's going to be no push through the smoke, then they still have a crossfire, but they're gambling that he doesn't push the smoke. But that doesn't happen, and shot themselves in the foot there.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a mistake that is definitely going to rattle. And wow, talk about rattling, man. The teeth in their skull. Envy, man. Go to the dentist. You're going to need it.
3 people on the site, though, but can they get cut down? Flamey's got a trade frag here as Zeus goes down. Shoxy falls as well. There goes Kiyoshima. Only Happy remains here, and EnVyUs are in a horrible position. A horrible position indeed. 4 versus 1. No bomb for Happy, and not much hope either in this particular round.
Yeah, and Flamey is just dominating at this point. Quad kill for him this round. He's even looking for the 5th one. He's going to get this ace potentially. Happy does manage to chase his, or fall back rather, off a short. Flamey was far too close. Not sure if he got spotted there or not. But basically, this round is pretty much it. This round is won for NaVi. Flamey just looking to get the wall bang, and he's not going to get it.
NaVi have no money, though, and all Happy has to lose is armor and tech 9. But he could do significant damage if he can get a few kills here.
Oh, he gets it. The ace for Flamey. There you have it. The slaughter.
Flamey on 23 kills at the moment, topping for his team, as is Happy with 23 kills of his own for EnVyUs. But is it enough kills? They do find themselves at a 1-round deficit. They find themselves at an artillery deficit as well. 2 tech 9s here, NBK and Smiths. This may lead to a fast push. We will have to see. They are charging up the map at the moment.
They may just try and clear out, get some map control, and then gather up for a YOLO push onto some site, because they have to keep the momentum going. If they have the 2 tech 9s, that's the power of the tech 9, your ability to just run and gun. Sure that EnVyUs are going to try and capitalize on that, but for now they've taken over mid, they've taken over long, and it does seem like they are intent on taking over the A site.
Yeah, they are closing the distances so they can abuse the power of those tech 9s. NBK searching like a laser-guided missile for something to kill. Guardian with a fantastic snap. That's what he's notorious for, firing through the smoke as well. EnVyUs are going to be under a hail of gunfire if they try to take this A site. They're going to take down Zeus, but there are trades coming in for both teams. 3 versus 3 now. Molotov's NBK lost so much life to that Molotov, but he's not dead yet. The bomb is down, but it's in control of EnVyUs. They're going to pick it up at the moment. Still 40 seconds on the clock. They could still go to either site, but once they push, it's pretty much going to be a full committal here.
Yeah, and there are 2 members currently holding on this A side. Flamey has gone back down to the B side, so he's not going to be too far away for the rotation, but now we have to just see the members live, and it's not going to happen. Shoxy and Happy walk in and completely clear up the defense. Flamey left all by his lonesome on the other side of the map. It seems like he's intent on saving this round. 1v3 retake when there's a Triangle of Doom set up on that A site. It's not looking too likely for him. So he makes the right call. He holds on to the gear because everybody is hurting as far as the money is concerned right now.
Yeah, the money is very varied indeed. So they can't even really buy as a team properly should Flamey go down here. He's got 4,600. Zeus, on the other hand, has 0. And we've got people in the middle of the road here. You can see Seeds with $1,600 in the bank. So they need to save this one gun to help them in the next round. So 13-13. EnVyUs not out of this yet as we head into a clutch situation once again.
They just keep on delivering. This is the total all-out brawl between both of these teams. Should I say Flamey? I mean, Envy need to call the fire department right now. They need some solution to deal with this guy. And they are going to be able to force up behind this as well, NaVi. They're going to squeak on past and actually get a decent number of rifles on the board.
Including the AUG for Guardian.
Yeah,
the
that's
big
a huge
green
pick.
Gun.
That's a huge pick up there for him. And they're going for the aggression as well. Look at this. NaVi just pushing straight up mid, trying to set it up. Guardian is going to be able to get into connector fairly quickly here. There are 2 members for Envy. Can he find the pick?
Oh, that's a nice boost to have a peek, onto the party area. We've got Shoxy heading in that direction. Who's going to find who first? He says hello, and Shoxy says goodbye. That's going to be that for that round.
Can we get the refrag here at some point? I mean, look at NBK right now lurking in connector. Is he going to be able to actually
the shoulder
deliver? Oh, what? He gets caught with the nade in his hand. He totally didn't see that coming.
Yeah, but now he's taking it in the chest, and that leaves only 2 EnVyUs players. They are already onto the A site. The bomb is getting there very shortly indeed, so they've managed to get behind enemy lines, but it's going to be a 5 versus 2 situation once this bomb goes down. Worst case scenario, it should be a good bonus for them going into the next round should they be unable to hold on here, but still to play for. They can abuse this smoke. Great shot from Smiths to start things off, but a trade coming in straight away from Edward.
This is the cracking point potentially here. Kyoshima now has to hold this site 1v4. Edward pacing himself, only just now starts to push onto the site, and it's going to be seized from mid to pick up the kill. Plenty of time for the defuse as well. Flamey has a kit. He's actually running towards the site, but it's going to be completely unnecessary. Edward is already on that defuse. He wants the 300 bucks for himself. But NaVi, the most important thing now, 14 rounds on the board. EnVy, luckily for them, actually get that plant and will now be able to get a reasonable buy behind it. If they didn't get that plant, it would have looked, well, I mean, we basically would have seen like Galil armor and just a combination Tech 9 buy.
What's even worse is because they won 1 round before NaVi won a round. Should they lose this round, their money is reset and NaVi will be on match point. So they will be in a horrible position indeed.
Oh, here we go.
Almost untenable position.
Here we go. They haven't tried this yet. The straight rush out onto the B side, and NBK is able to rush down Guardian. Flamey is here, however, calmly clicking away, but Shoxy rounds the corner and takes him out. It's down to Zeus now, who's already holding on the side in the pit, trying to keep them from planting, and there you go. He gets wrapped around. This turn of speed working wonders for EnVy.
This is the same thing that TSM did in the desperate situations against NaVi, and it worked for them on more than one occasion. It works for EnVyUs as well. They survived with 3 players. Sembla, how do you say rush B, don't stop in French? Okay, I've got to learn that one, because that's probably what was happening on the comms. Rush B, don't stop, don't stop.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Just that like, MM strat,
and
let's go.
And then you had NBK just going, YOLO! Yeah.
Ali.
No, that's Existence. Existence is, right. Perfect, you know, I gotta say. But, you know, what's another perfect thing? Guardian with the AWP.
Seized with all of a CZ at the moment. See if he can pick up a gun a bit later on, should they get some more players in. Guardian, he smells, he smells death, but he didn't manage to make the connection. We've got 3 EnVy players charging up long once again. Seems they've spotted a hole in a NaVi defense. Last round they did it with 2 players. This time they've got 1 more, but we have a rotation already from the NaVi players. Is it going to be in time? You can see the entrance is smoked off. We've got more rotating from B, so it's a free site once again here, almost for EnVyUs. Flamey, he just about can't stop the bomb plant from going down. NBK on the site here, 3 versus 4. NaVi players charging through the smoke. Flamey going to go down to NBK.
And they have to hold this because there's neither of these teams have any nades to use right now to retake this site. It all comes down to the rifle work and the crossfires. And Zeus is going to be able to pick up NBK, who was left out to dry on the site. It comes down to his remaining teammates. Smith lines one up, and just instantly, the last 2 frags come in. One with an AWP, one with an AK. But EnVy, they are now 1 round away from taking this, from saving this atrocity of a map and taking it to nuke.
Look at the buy. We said car boot cell. Right now, NaVi don't even have a car assembler. This is jumble cell, but they don't even have cash.
They stole their sister's bike.
They've sold the family China. They're just stealing items and selling it in the street for whatever they can find. This is going to be pretty awful. They're going to need some crazy clutch from Flamey in that dig if they are to bring this into overtime.
Did you just invoke the dig from Flamey? Did you see what he did to TSM earlier?
I did indeed.
Crimes against humanity, man.
I know, it was atrocities. He's on the list from Interpol. But we'll see if they catch him this round. First frag going in favor of EnVyUs. Good start so far. And as these rounds go on, they seem to be becoming more and more dangerous. If this goes to a 3rd map, then who knows what could happen. But we have a lurker on the site. That's going to be seized. He gets the frag with 1 more from Guardian as well. 1-man advantage now. Can they pick up any rifles? That is the question.
What is going on? Smith is just out in the middle of nowhere doing damage, but somehow we're back into a 2-on-2. Edward has got the AWP, and there it is, the nade to finish Flamey. And this is the remaining 2 members now for EnVy, looking to catch a frag somewhere. Edward doing the best that he can, but Happy is holding his ground. Kyoshima rotating back to the B site now with that bomb. He's going to be able to get that plant for free. Edward looking to see if... he's already in position. This is so big with the AWP. Can he land the shot? They have 2 flashes. There's the peek, and there's the kill, and Edward gets the job done.
15 seconds on the clock. Happy is under immense pressure, but Edward is peeking. Happy's seen him, and Edward could go for a shot through the box, but he's going to try and quietly emerge here. Rotate his position. Happy trying to find out where he is. Who's going to find who first? Is Edward going to have to go for the no-scope? He misses it by a millimeter. Happy knows where he is now. He's got the advantage. He finds the frag. We are going to 3 maps. Semler, the French part of you, seems overjoyed.
Oh, I'm just waving my arms actually at Panda, who's the SLTV admin, who's just holding his head in his hands right now. Oh, I'm like, yeah, you see, that's the thing, man. I should have had, you know, the tie. Should have worn the tie. Clearly, that was it. I forgot the hat of power, and I forgot the tie, and yet somehow, you know, this is what happens. You know, it makes it interesting.
That tie can only bring around destruction, Semler. Pain, tears, and destruction. That's all I have to say about that.
That's why I wear it.
Look, oh, he was so close. He was like a millimeter, 2 at the most, from the no-scope into Happy's face.
And Happy, you see that reaction? You can bet that Happy's heart was up in his throat at that point. Just that reaction, just to try and pull it back away.
No pun intended.